name is Iona McQuiston. I am a double major in geography and political science. I'm a senior this year, and I'm from Chicago, Illinois, but I was born overseas in the UK. I went to Amman, Jordan. Yeah, so I was born outside of the country in a place called Banbury, England, to a Scottish father and a Greek mother. So I'm kind of a fruit basket of European in general. And then I moved to the US when I was 3 years old, and then I grew up spending my summers with my grandparents. And I've also experienced going to Greece a lot. Also, I've been to a lot of European countries and a couple places in Central America as well as North America. I do. So I grew up speaking English and Greek at the same time. So I don't say I have a first language because both are my first languages. So I'm fluent in Greek. I speak conversational Spanish, which has been a really helpful skill. And I grew up around a lot of Spanish speakers who really were like, you have to speak Spanish, you have to practice with us. So it's great to be in such an encouraging, multilingual environment. I don't speak any Arabic. Oh, absolutely. I knew that I wanted to travel a lot, and I knew that study abroad would be an amazing opportunity. My sister went to Spain for even 6 weeks, but she said it was like a game-changing experience for her, and I knew, because it's my big sister. I'm gonna, I look up to what she does. And so I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna go abroad. And I wanted it to be a place that I would never normally have the opportunity to go to. And I just thought, I gotta go somewhere crazy, look at what UVM offers. And UVM offers an amazing array of programs. It's incredible, and partners with great people. So I went through SIT, who UVM partners with, and I was supposed to go to Mongolia, actually. The trip got canceled because there was low enrollment, and they said, do you want to go to Jordan? And I was like, hell yeah, I want to go to Jordan. Absolutely, I want to go. That's incredible. Because there's a lot of misconceptions about the Middle East, so about it being extremely dangerous, and there's some truth to that for sure, but Jordan is a very safe country for the most part. Yeah, so in Jordan, especially in Jordanian culture, the family is centered at everything. So we lived with host families, and we were placed based on our personalities, our requirements, our religious backgrounds, dietary issues. Some people were vegetarian. And it was a really, really incredible experience. I definitely think it helped me stay really grounded, which was good because I definitely missed my family and my friends. It was good to say that I had a home to go back to. It was definitely more relaxed. And in Jordan, I just got to take a step back and be like, okay, I have classes for 2 months, and then for the last month we had our internship. And the internship, I did maybe 8 hours a week. It really wasn't that intensive. I was teaching English language classes with refugee minority groups. Jordan is a country that is predominantly made up of Palestinian refugees and their descendants, as well as people from Iraq, Iran, Syria, Somalia, Sudan, a lot of really cool places that I haven't gotten, unfortunately, that much exposure to. So it was really cool to interact with people, hear their stories. And that day-to-day was super chill. I would just kind of go explore. But yeah, it was mostly immersive learning, so just an experiential learning. So going out to the souks, or going out to Jerash or Petra, and exploring with your classmates and getting some context on the geopolitics, because that was the program that I was focused on. And geopolitics in the Middle East, it's a very relevant topic, and I've always been very interested in it. Yeah, so we would go out in Jordan. There's not the same kind of party culture as there is in America, so it was more you had to get a bit creative with what you did. So we'd play a lot of pool. My classmates and I would organize pool tournaments, things like that. We'd also go to things like the Citadel. We'd go shopping. My girlfriend at the time was really into knitting, and so we would go and get wool, and we would just run across the whole city looking for wool shops, because each part of the city is kind of designated to there's a whole corner that sells beads and things like that. So it's one of those things where you kind of have to go hunt it down, because again, there aren't addresses the way that we have addresses here in the US. So you have to use geopins, and even if you can find a business on Google Maps, the address is likely to be inaccurate. So it's not the traditional urban planning setup. There's a lot of nooks and crannies and stairs and houses across these sprawling hills across Amman. It's incredible, and it's a great experience. I learned a lot to kind of trust your instinct and just trust your navigation skills. Oh, go for it. If you have any hesitation, if you have fears you're not gonna make any friends, or you're gonna struggle with the language. I didn't speak any Arabic, and I got around just fine. Granted, there were people around me who spoke decent Arabic, and I had my program staff and my host family helping out. But go for it, immerse yourself as much as possible, and try to really understand the culture as much as you can, without any prejudices or biases. Try to put those aside and just really get to know people and take them at face value, because I think it's a really beautiful thing and you learn a lot. And I don't know, it's cool to be able to say, like, you know what, I was brave and I went somewhere that I never even would have thought about going to in my free time. And yeah, just learn as much as you can, see as much as you can, take it in. I kept a journal every day, which was pretty cool, like detailing my days and what I did and the highlights. I really recommend doing that too. But yeah, just dive right in and do something crazy, like have fun.